Check one, check two, check three. All right. How is this? We in focus? All right. We're back, boys. We're fucking back. Hello, internet. Hello. Yeah. Guess we're hitting record. Guess we're not doing weekly. Guess that went out the window. What's up, guys? It's been a minute. Giving you a little life update. Thought I would hop on and maybe chat for a bit, say what's up. I made a list of topics. They're pretty fucking lame. They're pretty silly. But we're starting off with the note I wrote here is life is a trip. Life is a trip. That's where I'm starting off. All right. Well, where am I at? How do I feel? What's going on in my life? What's new? Kind of on a fitness journey again. I mean, I feel like that's just like I'm always on a fucking fitness journey, but yeah, I'm on a bit of a fitness journey right now again. Kind of got back to like a balanced weight, and then the holidays and just figuring out like workouts and all that shit, getting off of Kratom. Like I've said in other videos, has been a pickle. You could say that. It's been a fucking pickle. And yeah, just trying to, I guess it was like I really maintained a good weight, but the holidays really fucked with me. My dad coming down for a week. I love you, Dad, but no matter what, I had some fun. Had some fun on the holidays. We had some beers. We had some bad food. And now the past few weeks have just been like dialing it back in. It always takes, for me, like when it comes to like food and routine and working out and getting up early and all that shit. If you guys have been following this, podcast for a minute or just following me in general, you know that I've always been, I gotta stop saying it so it's not like my fucking identity, but like I've always been a 0 or 100. So I'm either like all in or I'm all out. So when I'm eating bad, I'm eating bad. When I'm fucking eating good, I'm dialed and eating good. And the past few weeks I've been back on the dial. Meal prepping every week, really watching my calories, really staying on my workouts. Sleep schedule, I'm definitely hitting my at least 7 hours every night, which is great, but not exactly on the old grind I used to be, which was like getting up at like 4:30 a.m., hitting a workout for fucking 3 hours, whatever, 4 hours, whatever it was, and then like being showered and ready to head to work and start the day by 10 a.m. and having everything done. That was like what I was on for like a year. And I don't know if like a part of me fucking misses that. I mean, a part of me does. But I'm also think what I'm going through right now is just like a part of me trying to like adapt to not having to do that to feel like enough. And I know that sounds lame as fuck, like poor me, like shut up, Jesse, but it is what it is. It's like that's what I've been like kind of battling with in my head is I can't help it. When I go get these fucking workouts done that are still really fucking hard, which they should be, I fucking keep on, like I'll burn 1,000 calories and I won't take off my fucking athletic gear. Like I'm wearing like a dry fit long sleeve and some sweatpants that are kind of sweaty and whatever, right? Been working out. And I won't take them off because I just feel like it's not enough. Like I'm just not doing enough. So like that in between point of like when I should just be like, your workout's done, Jesse, go shower and go to the warehouse and start working. That middle point is what I am still figuring out, and I don't know if any of this is going to make sense to you guys, but this is my little, like, in my head battle that I've been figuring out. I think it's pretty obvious that I'm just being hard on myself. But I don't know. I feel pretty healthy. I feel like I'm on a good routine. I'm just trying to, like, get it out of my head that I need to work out as much as I was doing. That was so fucking crazy. I guess it makes sense. It takes time to adapt. Like, maybe I wasn't being as real with you guys with how serious, like, when people would be like, oh, like, what's your rest day? And I wouldn't have a fucking rest day. You know what I mean? Like, I really wouldn't for, like, years. Like, I didn't have rest days. Like, I would burn 2,500 to, like, 3,000 calories every single day. And I think it did something to my brain. Like, you build habits, whether they're good habits or bad habits, it doesn't matter. But, like, I did something to my brain that now I like nothing feels enough. And I'm really hard on myself because I got so used to that amount of, like, cardio and working out and, like, motivation and shit. It's been really hard. I know it's so lame to keep saying it's hard. Like, my life is fine. My life is great, you know? And I know people have it insanely harder than me. They don't want to hear me fucking complain, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how to get back into working and being excited about the projects I'm working on so that I'm not making my whole life about trying to burn X amount of calories every fucking day. And that sounds silly, I know, but that's what's going on. That's what I've been trying to figure out. I did join a new MMA gym. That was kind of sick. It's, like, just down the street from me. It hit New Year's, and I was like, I mean, I still do some pad work with a coach sometimes, and I still do, like, just bag work by myself, like, weekly, but there's a place, like, right by my house that does, like, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, like, all that shit. And you never know when you go to these, like, classes type shit, like, because I'm used to just working with a coach. It's one-on-one. They know where you're at. They know what you need to train, that kind of shit. That's what I've done for a couple of years, and I got really used to that. So I thought the classes are pretty hit or miss. Like, you could go to a certain class, and then you find out, like, I ain't learning shit. This is just a cardio class, which is fine. Like, maybe you learn how to throw a proper 1-2, proper hook, and, like, and just get some cardio in. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? But for me, to keep me interested, I was, like, a little worried about trying, like, one of these classes type thing. But so I tried it, and I went in there, and the way it's set up is you can either, like, pay a lot of money monthly, or you can buy, like, a 10-pack, which is, like, you could do, like, 10 random classes, and it's a little cheaper than paying per class. So I bought a 10-pack. And I took kickboxing level 1, and it was fun. It was cool. But the coach there was like, hey, you should probably take our, like, elite kickboxing, or, like, level, I don't know whatever it was. It was like, he was like, you should take our, like, other Muay Thai type kickboxing class, just because you have experience. So then I went back and I tried that. That was pretty cool. And then just trying to, like, try new things, because obviously I've done MMA and stuff for a while, but out of everything, like, wrestling, kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, like, all of that shit, I would say jiu-jitsu is, like, the least I've experienced. When I used to spar a lot, it would always, like, it would mostly lead to, like, some ground shit if I was doing some wrestling with someone, and you would, like, and I learned, like, your generic chokes and how to put them in and blah, blah, blah. Like, some jiu-jitsu, very little jiu-jitsu. Like, out of all the pillars of MMA, jiu-jitsu was always the least that I trained. So anyways, this studio, I took a jiu-jitsu straight, like jiu-jitsu class. Um, and I had no idea going into it. I was like, fuck, like it's kind of intimidating. Whenever you try something new, like whenever you suck at something, it's always interesting. But so I took it and dude, I loved it. It was fucking sick. I will say the first 15 minutes, all we did, you picked a partner that was like a lot more experienced than me. Like I got some kid. He was a really cool kid, but you could tell he's been training this shit. All we did was lock up like a rear naked choke from the left side, from the right side properly, squeezed for a tap, and then you would switch. But what's funny is you would do this like, I think I got like choked out to a tap like 50 times. You gotta remember, like my neck and everything is not used to this. And I remember like in the moment being like every time you're about to cinch it up, there's something about like being choked and like pressure on your like Adam's apple and shit. Like it's a little, it's hard to enjoy it. I'm sure you get used to it. The same way someone like getting into like boxing or sparring and being like, fuck, I don't want to get punched in the face. And then, a year later, you're like, what are you talking about? It's fucking fun as fuck. You get used to it and you don't feel the punches. This jiu-jitsu class, I was like, I kept that in mind when I was learning it. But anyway, so I got like tapped out, choked like 50 times. And then we did all this like some sprawling and like, someone would like start on top control and you'd have to not let him get his like hooks in, and then you'd reverse. It was just such a cool class, but my neck muscles were not used to this. It's like if you haven't snowboarded in a while and you go snowboard and all of a sudden you're like ridiculously sore, like your hips or your knees or like something is sore the next day. This jiu-jitsu class fucked me up. Like for like 5 days straight, I could like barely turn my neck. Every time I like flex my neck, all these muscles were so fucking sore from just being like strangled so many times. But it kind of got me hyped. Like I'm so used to having sore muscles, like getting back into skating and you get like weird muscles you just haven't used in a while and they're sore and you're like, oh, like it gets you hyped up. You're like, I'm going to keep doing this so that those do not become sore from a session. So yeah, this new class has been sick. I've been jumping back in and I've took kickboxing, Muay Thai. A sparring class is tonight. I'm going to go hit. And then I took jiu-jitsu. But yeah, it's just cool because it's also like I can ride my bike to this place. It's fucking down the street. It's pretty sick. So yeah, been doing that. What other notes I got here, boys? I got offered a fight this year. I don't know if I can publicly. I mean, whatever. Who gives a shit? Fucking Aiden Ross's like streaming thing. I guess he also does MMA fights. And one of my homies that's kind of like middlemaning the deal offered me a fight. They said you could pick whoever you want. It's upwards to like $250,000 to come fucking fight. And I'm really like, cause I'm just like going through a lot of like, obviously like I hit 100 days off Kratom. I hit like, that's been a big thing. And I've been like refiguring out just like life with like my brain is like so different right now that I've been trying to just like figure out my fitness, figure out my motivation and workflow and all this shit. And then I got offered this fight. And normally I would just be like, bro, I'd have to get a coach. I'd have to dial in. Like, I'm also just at a weird place in my life where I wouldn't want to take a fight right now. As much as this year, I would love to knock that off my bucket list. I thought of like the money that they sent. Like, not that I like need money right now, but I was like, I'm constantly in a battle of trying to make my company profitable, right? And that's been another whole story I could talk about. But like, at the end of the day, $250,000 is like, that's my like warehouse rent for the year to just go fight some random dude. like 1 day's work. I mean, it's not 1 day's work. You got to go do a whole fucking, like, you got to get a coach, you got to cut them in, you got to fucking train for like a couple months, whatever. Like, it is more than a day, but at the end of the day, like, just fight a dude on Aiden Ross's stream to just pay for the rent for the whole year. It's like the old me hears it and is like, bro, go fight a dude for 250K. Yeah, go fucking fight a dude. Like, it's like almost like, because I want to say no, because I'm just like, because it's sorry, I'm also missing some parts. It's like, it's also like every time they hit me up, it's, you know, in 3 weeks. Like last time it was like in a week, come fight, and I'm like, no training camp, none of that shit. And so that makes me want to say no. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna go do my first MMA fight, I want to like prepare for it and be in a good headspace. But yeah, this like old me is like coming in and taking over and being like, dude, I know you don't need the money, but like 250 grand to just go fight someone in a cage, like, you're an idiot. Like, go fight some dude in a cage. Like, who gives a fuck what happens? Like, and that is kind of taken over. So I got to get back to him. I still think like I should really figure out some life stuff and some. I shouldn't take a fight right now. I feel like I should fucking figure out some shit. But who knows? Maybe I'll wake up one day and like opportunities like that. I mean, the last time I got offered a fight was to fight Supreme Patty with the Barstool shit, and I swear to God, it was like a $1 million bag, and I like turned it down. Like, I look back at that, I'm like, $1 million to fight some dude. Like, it's like, even if you don't need the money, like, even you guys watching this, you're probably like, yeah, like, I would go fight fucking Brock Lesnar for $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much money. Yeah, that's some exciting shit. Yeah, like I said, 100 days off Kratom. That's been kind of wild. Still figuring that shit out. I know it sounds like a long time, like 100 days, but it still feels like, to be completely honest with you guys, it's because my brain just hasn't like it'll bounce back for a week and then it will just have a bad week and then it will bounce back and then it'll have a bad week. Like, that is getting fucking old. And what I mean by that is when you rely on something for your motivation, for your for your workout, or for like your creative energy or your juices, or for like being excited at work, or for like any of these things, it's fucking, it's kind of tough. If I gotta be just like brutally honest with you guys, it's been tough just like accepting that, like, oh, this week sucks. Oh, this week nothing is exciting. Oh, this week I want to pull my hair out trying to like go to work or like design a collection or do anything. Or like I have to, like, my legs feel like concrete when I try to like run on a treadmill. Like, it's almost at a point where it's like it's getting fucking old. Like, I'm just like, yo, I'm like a fit, healthy, pretty young dude. Like, what did this shit do to me? Like, that's what I just like thoughts I've had. Like, this has been a kind of a rough week for me, and I'm like, I just like want to snap out of it or wake up. Because you start getting thoughts of like, this is, I think, what drugs do, is like you start going, dude, I just think life was better when I did take it. And I've had that thought lately. I have. And I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not. But fuck, it makes you question it sometimes. You're just like, I fucking used to like have an excitement of life. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a hard week and I just need to like get through it. But so I don't want to like ramble on it, but like I'm sure if I just keep sticking to the plan, keep sticking to what I'm doing, keep counting down those days, I'm hoping I can look back at even like this conversation I'm having with you guys and be like, it almost got me again. You know, that's what I'm hoping is gonna happen. I just don't know how I'm gonna react if like it's a year from now and I'm still like dragging ass and like fucking. I just used to get so much done. I used to be excited about life so much more. But yeah, I don't know, guys. If you can learn anything from me, there's no shortcuts. Don't take anything to elevate your game or to get an edge. Just fucking maybe like this version of me where I can't work as much and I can't work out as much and I can't do as much is just the reality, you know? It's like who I am. It's like it's you know, there's no filter on that shit. I did have a really fucked up short movie, like a short film idea. I don't even know if I could say it. It's like gnarly, but I don't even know why. I just had this idea. I just came home one day and was like, and this doesn't happen. It used to happen all the time, but this was pretty random. But I had this random idea, and I just grabbed my iPad and I started fucking typing it out. And the inspiration came from when I was a kid. There was this like movie called Drop Dead Fred. I don't know if anyone, like, comment below if you guys have seen this movie. It used to freak the shit out of me when I was a kid. Something about, so it's about like a girl having an imaginary friend, but this imaginary friend was like a man in a green suit who would like, I don't know like why, but as a kid it was like terrifying. This guy was so like crazy, you know? And so this idea I've had was built from Drop Dead Fred. The idea of a kid having an imaginary friend that's like kind of fucking crazy. It's kind of Running Scared, the newer one, like Paul Walker one. Just like a bunch of like crazy characters and like weird storylines. And there's a bit of what else did I write down? It was Smokin' Aces. If you guys have ever seen Smokin' Aces, there's like 3 like skinhead type like dudes that are in the movie that are just like these like the most craziest characters ever, like machine guns and sawed off shotguns and shit, and they're just like metalheads, like tattoos everywhere, and they're just like psychos, like psycho murderers. Are there? I always thought as a kid when I saw Smokin' Aces, I was like, these characters are so fucking interesting. So the short film idea was like, it was about this kid that grew up like a really young kid, like maybe like 14 or something like that. A young kid growing up in Compton, really, really rough childhood, really rough streets. The idea that his neighbors is like a trap house, that are like, prostitution, selling drugs, like murder, like crazy shit. His own household is like really sketchy and ghetto and fucking, he's got like a stepdad that like beats him and beats his own mom, and like everything about this kid's life is like terrifying. He walks to school and there's like gangs in his streets that will like fuck with him and like take his shit and like steal his bike and rob him at gunpoint. Like everything about this kid's life is like horrible. And now imagine a kid like that has an imaginary friend, and this is where, hold with me, guys. His imaginary friend is a like Nazi, like skinhead, like psycho murderer, like crazy fucking dude that is hiding in like the drainage ditches of LA. He's like, maybe he's on a most wanted list, is like a note I wrote down, but like it's just like ex-Nazi, like crazy fucking guy that lives with like other Nazi type dudes. And the storyline was kind of that like he's like overdosing in like a ditch. Like he hides in the ditches because he's like wanted from the police. But like this kid sees him like overdosing and like goes and brings him water, leans him on his side so he doesn't choke on his vomit. Like and leaves his little lunch pail that gives him like a juice box and like a peanut butter sandwich or some shit. So he like helps this like skinhead fucking crazy guy, right? For no reason. He's just like, the kid just wanted to help him. Like, he's just like, oh, this guy's hurting. And then this like psycho killer that's like in hiding, you know, wakes up eventually and sees that like someone left him a juice box and a sandwich and like tipped him on his side and took care of him. But on the lunch box, there's like an address and a name that leads him back to this kid's house, where he comes back at night and knocks on his window and like, I don't know, comes in. But this kid doesn't think that this is real. This kid thinks that it's an imaginary friend. But this skinhead guy is kind of just like thankful to this kid that's just like, why did you help me? Like, no one likes me. I'm a fucking Nazi tattoo murderer, dude. Like, why are you helping me, kind of thing. And then the whole idea, like the script that I was kind of working on was like all the evils in this kid's life, like the neighbor, the stepdad, the gangs. There's even like a storyline I wrote about like a really fucked up gym teacher. Like there's like all these, again, it's like very Running Scared essence. Like there's all these like, you know, like the pimp and the fucking drug dealer and the homeless guy with the gun. Like there's all these crazy storylines. And he thinks that this imaginary friend is popping into his life to fight his battles and like all the evils in his world. But it's actually like a real person that's in hiding, that's like just trying to like give back to a kid that like helped him. And it's just like this like really raunchy short film of like these like skinheads coming from like under the earth and like fucking up like gangs and fucking up trap houses and fucking up like gym teachers. And like, it's really fucking cool. But it's like one of those ideas I'm like, how the fuck would you ever get that funded? Who the fuck would like, you probably get canceled if you make it. But like, I don't know. It's the kind of like art that I like. It's like the really like, I've never heard or seen anything like this. In my mind, it triggers that's what I want to make. I want to make some shit that's like, oh, like Drop Dead Fred, but he's like a Nazi murderer. Sick. Sounds cool to me. But, so yeah, that was like an idea that I was writing. And yeah, nothing really else. The only note I wrote on here is, fuck the internet. I don't even know what that means or how I'm supposed to talk about that, but I think that's just like how I feel lately. Like even when I like open up my Instagram or open up YouTube or doing a podcast or fucking all these things, I'm in a really weird place where I'm like, I don't fucking care about any of this shit, kind of. I don't know if that's good, but I mean, that's like a problem I'm having with like everything in life, where I'm just like, I'm having an issue. Like I'm having a thing where I'm like not caring about anything. And I know that's not good, but maybe it's just a withdrawal. Maybe it's just like a fucking way that I'm like figuring out some shit and like realizing what really matters is what's going to come out of it is where I'm thinking it's going. But yeah, that's it. Other than that, the only other note I got here is meal prep. I don't know what to say about that. Just been on a health kick again. That feels good. I changed it up. I was kind of doing a lot of like chicken and steak and just kind of almost like carnivore diet. But lately I've been doing a big pot of 3 pounds of ground turkey, like lean. Then I do a can crushed tomatoes. And then I go to like the grocery store and I buy like a mixed veggie bag. So it'll be like mushrooms, carrots, onions, bell peppers, like whatever it is. Just like you go to like any grocery store, it'll be like in the fruit section, but in the fridges. It'll be like a little package of it. And it's like a stir fry mix. And I'll put that in it. And then I'll add some seasoning. But you fry it all up together, and the whole pot I make is like 2,500 calories, and I'll put that into small containers that make like 300 calorie containers, and that's been really fucking good for trying to keep at a calorie deficit and just switch it up a bit from carnivore. Like, make sure I'm getting some veggies and stuff. Like, besides that, I'm doing like pineapple or some kind of fruit in a bowl with some cottage cheese, a little bit of honey, a little bit of salt. That's kind of my like pre-workout snack. But that's pretty much been my diet. Yeah. Anyways, just popping in here. I thought I should fucking film. It's been a minute again. And yeah. That's it. That's it, motherfucker. Okay. See you guys next week. Or soon. Later.